Chick-fil-A is good.
Okay, so
What?
now we're sponsored by Chick-fil-A, sure.
Yeah. We're sponsored by whoever the fuck
We're
wants to
sponsored
sponsor.
by
Chick-fil-A. Yum.
We're sponsored by Christianity.
Wow.
I think I need to leave
no,
this
we're
room
not.
now.
Yeah, well, Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
Close on
I'm
Sundays.
Jewish.
I'm eating.
What does that say about me? Huh?
I'm
Like
sponsored
says
by
that
the
you-
Muppets.
It means you like Seinfeld.
Yeah, I was gonna
That is
say.
racist and anti-Semitism.
You racist motherfucker!
Yeah, I was gonna say it means that you're gonna get sued by the Muppets because they sued Chick-fil-A. The Kermit the Frog.
No,
sued-
they didn't sue. There was like a 400. It was like a big contract they were supposed to do, and then then they came out and they said, oh well, we're against gay marriage. And Muppets are like, well, if I can marry a pig, it's like, well,
Yeah, I was gonna say because it wasn't Jim
Okay,
Henson
we are
Company.
getting way off topic.
Hold on,
Hello,
I just-
everyone.
Welcome to the podcast.
Getting this
Yeah.
straight, it wasn't Jim Henson Company who sued. Or
It was
who-
Kermit the Frog.
It was Kermit the Frog himself
Yeah.
who went
Okay.
against Chick-fil-A,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
fucking great.
Hi,
Okay.
everybody.
and welcome to our second double-digit.
Ugh.
Welcome
That's
to
what
our
I think.
second
Double-
double-digit episode.
Gidget.
And it's double
Double
digit.
digit.
It's double
Double
digit,
digit.
not only as is in episode 11, but it's also double digit because it's 2 ones.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's double digit on two different levels.
Sweet.
Nice.
I don't know. Didn't think about that one.
It's not gonna. We're not gonna do another one of these until episode 22.
Yeah. I am your host for this AiCBS podcast, Josh Williamson, and sitting next to me is the illustrious Eva Long.
Hello.
Even longer forever.
Why?
Sammy
illustrious?
Whammy.
Damn it.
I don't know.
I have that
I just
question.
made
The
that stuff up
illustrious
in my
was the
car.
first thing he thought of
But
on the
why?
second episode. I'm like, where did this come
Yeah,
from?
where did this
I don't
come
even
from?
know what the word means. I'm just gonna go
It means
with
sexy.
Wow.
It means
Thanks,
that
Josh.
it means
That
that
wasn't
you-
what I was going
you
for.
illustrate.
It's like voluptuous.
Thanks. Whatever.
The
And
juicy.
sitting next to her is the colorful in hair and mouth, Sam.
That
She
sounds.
damn right.
I was gonna say that sounds nasty. The color
Oh,
of her
that's
mouth.
just
Nasty.
That's nasty.
And then we have Jose.
Hi.
Bree's not with us once again.
Oh god.
She's
We are
still
twins.
on the
You're
other
more than
realm
one thing.
with the
She's still on the other
Sandman.
realm.
She's still hanging out with Sandman and Death.
She's gotta be with Dormammu or whatnot.
Oh,
let's
okay.
stick with Vertigo on this one. She's
Okay.
with Sandman.
Sandman, yeah. Let's go with that.
So how y'all?
Pretty good. Pretty happy, actually.
Pretty fat because I'm drinking Pepsi Cherry and it's like how big is this? Like
It's
2
a
liter.
2-liter bottle.
It's a 2-liter bottle.
You're drinking a 2-liter cherry Pepsi, wild cherry Pepsi bottle.
Wow.
And like he's halfway through it already. I'm like, how long have you been sipping on it?
Like a week.
That thing's gotta be stale.
No,
I
surprisingly not.
I like my Coke like I like my women stale.
That's a Pepsi.
That's Pepsi. It's made by the Coca-Cola company though.
No, it's
True.
not, It's not.
It
It's
was.
Pepsi. It's
Whoever wants to
Coca-Cola.
sponsor him.
Whoever-
Anyway, that's why I don't
I
drink Coke.
Today-
I never
I
drink Coke.
heard that Jose had a little topic. What was it that the Batman Arkham?
Oh
Knight-
shit! Yeah, Batman Arkham Knight got pushed back again
Really?
from January till June 5th, 2015. But it comes with a Batmobile special edition that costs $200.
More?
Just $200.
Oh.
Oh,
And the limited edition that comes with a Batman statue, that's $100. I mean, that's good for a lot of PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 owners that want to upgrade to get the PlayStation 4 and Xbox
Xbox
One.
One.
That gives them more time to save up and get those limited editions and get those
I am
consoles.
definitely going to be one of them because
Yeah.
I've gotten the special edition
Of all the
Batman's-
Arkhams, yeah. I got
Yeah.
the only one I'm
Arkham-
missing. I'm missing
I-
the
Arkham
Joker
Asylum
statue.
is the only one
I have
that I'm
Arkham
missing.
Origins
I
right
didn't-
now. I had to delete it because I wanted to get
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, I'm missing.
but-
I'm
Yeah.
missing the Arkham Origins special edition. That's the only one I'm missing. But I have the City and Asylum special editions. But yeah, it's great. I mean, if you delay the game for programming and for adding stuff in, I'm all down for that. I mean, we're gonna get a better
Instead
game.
of being like, well, we're gonna put out a shitty game and then we're just gonna have
Yeah.
you buy
Watch
a bunch
Dogs.
of
There you go. Like,
DLCs.
we're gonna
I know, like
lock.
Watch Dogs.
Not you know what DLC stands for? Disc locked content. Because all that shit's already on the disc. You just buy a
I
key.
thought it was
open
for
it up.
downloadable.
Not
character.
anymore.
No.
Because of Capcom with the whole Street Fighter thing,
Hmm.
that they're like,
Yeah.
oh, here's a DLC for all the skins and characters on Marvel's Capcom. Well, guess what? All those characters are already on the disc, and so you're just buying a key to unlock them.
Okay.
So we were talking before the podcast started.
Okay. We are on episode 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a marginally successful way to start off this podcast.
It's actually not that bad.
And one of our highest rating episodes is episode 6.
Can you remind me what that one's about?
Yeah.
It is actually
Salutations!
It is.
It's about robots.
Yeah, it's about robots. It's about Ruby. It's about Rooster Teeth. It was our big. It was one of our big ones.
Oh, it's the one that I didn't talk in. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Actually, you
It's
did
the
talk in
highest
it.
rated.
It's the highest rated. One of the 2 highest ratings, by the way.
What was the second?
I need to go into our stuff.
No
but
one
it's
cares about that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause-
But,
No one cares about
but Jose, I will go to your defense. You did talk the first 15 minutes.
Did
After that,
I don't remember.
You shut up and let
I
us take
don't
over.
remember at all. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was drunk.
Yeah, probably all the audience members listened to the first 15 minutes and then left. They kept coming
No,
back for those 15 minutes.
Actually, this was in partly my fault because I posted out on the Rooster Teeth membership site that we were talking about Ruby, and we had a few people comment on it, and a Mr. Martin Astor.
Oh, name
I want
drop.
to thank him first off because he said it was labeled incorrectly as anime to live action and Netflix exclusive shows. That was what our titles were going to be.
I think so, yeah.
But as pointed to us by Mr. Astor, the episode should be titled and will be retitled "Why Sam and Eva Won't Shut Up About Rooster Teeth."
That is actually a better title.
Well, look, just call it the sandwich episode because you could be making a sandwich. They wouldn't
Oh,
stop
I
talking.
thought you were going to
They
say
wouldn't
sandwich.
Yeah,
Sandwich.
you
So-
could, like, 'cause that's how I felt when I was listening to that.
Sandwich.
I was like, I felt like pulling out a Game Boy and start playing like Pokemon or something because
Yeah,
they wouldn't
well-
fucking notice.
I mean, come on. We have a pretty good
Hey, we
following.
listen when you go on your little tangents, though.
No,
I don't
you
want to hear
don't.
you
Yeah.
bitch.
I think I zone out half the time.
Yeah, we do.
Right?
We have
There you go.
75
We want to go and make a sandwich.
Not even the
Anyways.
audience listens to
on
it.
just
Anyways.
on just our AiCBS website on
Oh, we have one of those?
we have
We
one
have
of the
a website.
yeah on the Rooster Teeth website we have 77 viewers.
Yeah.
77
Wow,
viewers. I
double
know.
digits all
Hot
the way.
dog.
Double digits again. And first off, I want to say thanks to you guys for giving us your views, comments, and criticisms. We greatly appreciate them. Even though we will go off on stupid rambling
And we will
bullshit.
never talk about Rooster Teeth again.
Actually, if I remember correctly, we
No.
did specify we were going to talk about Achievement Hunter soon.
We did?
We
We
are.
did.
That's news to
When?
We
me.
did. That
Yeah.
was episode 7. We were talking about it after we finished talking about Ruby.
That's
No.
news to
Numbers,
me.
bitches.
numbers. So we will probably have an Achievement Hunter.
Well, I'm
one.
probably not gonna be for that episode. Cause
And we do need to talk about guest stars sometime.
Eventually, hopefully, one day we will.
Carrie, I know you're listening. Carrie.
Actually, that might
Alec,
not be
by
a
the
bad
way,
idea.
I want to give out a shout out to him because he actually listened to us ramble about a
Wait, to who? I
a
didn't hear
project.
that.
Alec,
Oh.
a friend of Sam's that I got to meet this weekend. Or this week, and it was. He actually had some really good things to talk about, and I just want to give him a shout out and tell him thank you for listening to us. Also, want to thank some of my friends that just got back from deployment who are
Great.
listening to our. Yeah. Some of my friends
Thanks.
from my old unit at 563rd Aviation Support Battalion have told me that they like the podcast.
Okay,
They-
that's
Oh,
they-
we're
awesome.
giving shout out.
We're
My
giving
niece,
shout-outs.
you're turning 3. So proud of you. You don't
Real-
understand what I'm
real
saying right
American
now.
Heroes
So,
listen to
yeah.
us. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, we've got real people listening to us, and I think you
Unlike
guys.
all
We
those
don't have
fake
robots.
people.
Real
Yeah,
people.
I'm just saying, thank you guys for listening to us.
Yeah, all
I
those
can't believe you
view
actually
counts.
took the time to listen to us ramble on. I miss you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys in a couple of weeks, okay?
There is one fake person that listens to us. Noe Flores.
You mean Beautiful Joe?
Yeah, beautiful
I know
Noel.
who that
Yeah,
is.
beautiful Noel.
Also,
He's
live model decoy of
yeah,
Tony Stark.
he is a fake person that listens to us. So that's shout out to you, beautiful Noe. Beautiful Noe.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
us
so-
like doing the recount
so-
over and over again.
So this is our shout out
Yeah,
episode, I
fake
guess.
people.
But,
Yeah.
Shout out episode.
But yes, thank you for pointing out that Sam and I won't shut up about Rooster Teeth.
So Rooster Teeth, huh?
So Rooster Teeth.
Oh, great. Here we go.
Yeah, but I just want to say thanks, and like we said, we'll welcome any comments, criticisms, views. Views are always appreciated. First off,
Except the ones that talk
Every
shit.
time they're on.
Joking.
Now, we will
If you
take
wanna-
criticisms, just try
And-
to keep it lightly.
Nah, if you want to
and-
talk shit, do it and do it harshly and do it blunt because we gotta fix this. And if you're not direct, we won't.
And you guys can download these off YouTube and listen to them while you guys are driving wherever and whenever.
Can
Not
we
at the
put
same
'em-
time.
I was
Please
gonna
drive
say,
safely.
can we put
Wow.
them on SoundCloud or some sort of?
Eventually, we'll learn how to put it up on
we'll
iTunes.
eventually learn how to get there.
Yeah, because we want to make this available for you guys in as many
On lots of
options
platforms.
that you can,
yeah,
you can find.
SoundCloud, Stitcher,
Like
iTunes,
even
whatever.
iTunes, like
Slacker radio, I can do
Oh,
that
yeah, I
for.
forgot
let's
about
get a contract in Sirius satellite radio and suck.
Welcome to the
Okay.
soothing
Okay,
sounds
anyway.
of my
So
voice.
this has officially been the advertisements and shout-outs episode. We've been talking about Chick-fil-A, Pepsi,
I mean, how many?
Red
so
Bull.
many-
Okay, now we're talking about Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Let's just talk
Sam
about.
is drinking Red Bull.
Now
I
let's get
love
on
Red
to the
Bull.
real topics of the day.
Okay, so one of the
The real
semi
topics.
big topic
This one,
today
yeah.
is How to Train Your Dragon 2 was moved
3.
back.
Wait, 2 just came out.
Two
Sorry.
came out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, all day long you've been saying How to Train Your Dragon 2 got pushed back, and I was like, I just fucking saw that.
I watched it on the plane to Atlanta.
Like, how did you
Okay,
push
How to
back?
Train Your Dragon 3 was moved back
Yes.
from June 2016 to June 2017. Sorry.
That's exciting, but I am glad. At first I didn't know they were actually making a third one, but I am so glad because I loved How to Train Your Dragon, the first one.
Mhm.
And then when I heard that they came out with a Christmas special, I was kind of like, oh, Christmas specials usually suck.
Have you seen the
Christmas
TV show?
special?
Show?
May I finish?
Jibba-jabba.
May I finish?
Okay.
So the Christmas special, because that came out before, the Riders of Burke. I fucking watch it. Okay?
Yes!
The Christmas special actually held up as good as the first movie. Then I started watching the TV show. The TV show is alright. It's not as good as the movies, but it's still
Of course,
good.
but yeah.
When I watched the second one, I was just kind of like, alright, this is going to make or break it for me. And it was still good. It was
I,
still as
I
good.
don't like the second movie.
There was only something...
It is.
Okay, well, can we go into a little bit of spoiler?
I have not
It's
seen
been
it,
2 weeks.
so
Spoilers!
Okay.
Plug your ears. Those of you who haven't
Alright,
seen it.
No,
I
don't.
hated that they killed the dad. They introduced the mom and then they killed off the dad.
You know what I...
You have to know that they
wa-
they would kill someone,
Some
and
main
I was
character.
not
It was
expecting
just, it was just one
to
of
be
those
that.
where it's
I was
like I feel
expecting
like they
it,
just
that-
introduced a mom as a parental replacement because
I was
they were
gonna,
going to kill the
I was
dad.
gonna say that movie was so telegraphed. You can see the plot coming like a mile away. Because I really
But
dug,
everything else I think was
I
great. about
really
it. That
dug
was
the
my
first
only
hour of the movie. I really dug the introduction of the mom. I really dug the character designs. I really dug the Dragon
Yeah.
Island. But then as soon as Stoic
Then it was
meets
just-
the
then it was-
mom,
And
I
then it
was
was like just a repeat of the
that's
first
my
one.
favorite scene of the movie.
and
Like-
then Toothless's
Yeah,
new
finally
power.
how much
Yeah.
of his mom
No,
is
my
actually
favorite
like.
my favorite
yeah.
scene of the movie is when they get together finally, and he's like, "Oh, you look as beautiful as the day I lost you." That's
Yeah,
my favorite
that
scene of the
whole
movie.
song thing.
But after that, the movie's gone for me. Like it was too rushed. I thought the movie was gonna end when they were all flying to the island to go battle the Dragon Lord guy. I thought that was how it was gonna end. It was gonna set up the third one to be this big battle. And I was like, that would
But
have been
I
a good
do
ending.
love that Toothless becomes the alpha. Like,
Nah.
that was fun.
That was
the
that
little
was
tricks.
that was
The little tricks. I love like the Hiccup and Toothless humor, where it is like when she's like when she does the little spike thing, he comes out. He's like, and he's like,
Yeah.
did you know about this?
He's a big fluffy cat.
That's
Yeah.
what
He's a
people
big
like.
scaly
my,
cat.
my issue with that is like, oh, the power of love will save you from your hypnosis. Like in every other movie out there, the ending felt like Pokemon the movie.
Hey,
Like that's
don't
how
you
it
touch
fucking
it.
felt.
Brother,
Like
my
oh, the
brother.
tears of Hiccup, the tears of Hiccup will make you remember who you are. And I think that ending was just too cliche. Like I said, I really liked the first hour of the movie. I really do. I was so on board. But I think that final battle, that was just a joke. Like that ended.
It was
like,
too rushed.
It was super rushed.
Yeah, I thought you saw. They have the battle in the trailer. I thought that was the big battle at the
Yeah,
end.
and it's not.
No.
Oh, it
Can
feels.
I stop covering my ears
No.
now?
No, we're
We're
almost
almost done.
Almost
yeah.
done.
It just like I really
By
like
the way, I
first
covered
one.
my ears so I wouldn't hear these spoilers.
I really like the first one. The first one, I think
Yeah.
it's an animated masterpiece of the future.
Yeah.
This is
Late
this is by
2000s.
far the
2020s.
best DreamWorks series that I have seen so far.
Yeah, that's
And-
my favorite.
What's interesting is, are we done with spoilers?
Yeah, we're done with
Okay,
spoilers.
we're done with spoilers.
Okay.
I heard this before they came out with How to Train Your Dragon 2 and announcing 3, that the setup for the series was Hiccup was going to be boy, and then second would be young adult coming of age, and the third would be him as the leader, as the chief.
Which is a nice setup. I think that what hurt the movie, in my opinion, the second one, was the fact that it became popular. They had an audience, and they're like, okay, now let's bring more people in, and let's add a little bit more jokes. Let's add a lot of that cat humor, and focus on that kind of stuff, and not do as like a great of a job as they did in the first one, because I think the first one's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one,
I said, the fight in the second movie is just a remake of the fight in the first one.
Basically,
We're down with spoilers.
And then the sheep stuff. Well, anyway, I like the second one. I like it. I'm not saying it's a shitty movie. It's just not as strong as I thought it could be, and I hope they redeem themselves on the third one.
I still love it.
It's the only series it's the only animated DreamWorks series I like right now.
What about Shrek?
I like the
only
first
the
one.
second
I like
one.
the first
Only
one.
the second one.
The first one for me would have to be.
And actually, I would say Madagascar.
I like the fourth one.
I like the
I
third
think-
Madagascar.
I did not like the last Madagascar.
I was gonna say,
You mean the third Madagascar?
Yeah, I think Madagascar is like the flipped effect. The first one was not good. The second one was a little better. And I think the third one was actually pretty enjoyable.
It was.
It was a very entertaining film.
I may have not liked Madagascar, but I can't wait to see Penguins
Oh,
of Madagascar.
yes. Penguins of
Isn't
Madagascar.
Benedict Cumberbatch in that?
No. They are bringing back the actors from the Penguins of
I
Madagascar
know, but
episodes.
But
in the
Benedict
series.
Cumberbatch is voicing a character in that movie.
Maybe a human, but
No,
or
like
maybe
like
another
another-
animal. But
He was doing it was the lion, the cheetah. No, not lion. It was a cat. It was a cat. I saw the trailer.
Yeah, he does a cat.
Yeah, he does a
feline.
feline. He does a
What?
feline.
what, like a puma?
No.
Sorry.
He does.
I had to bring it back.
He does somewhat. I don't get it.
I say no.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I just go along with that.
Simpsons did it, yeah.
But yeah, Benedict
What does that
Cumberbatch
have to
is
do
in
with
the movie.
anything? Are we just throwing like references out there? Like, you want to come to my pad, baby?
No.
Like, we're
Anyways,
just do the
we
vibe.
were saying.
Did we just become best friends?
No, yeah, Penguins of Madagascar is the one I'm waiting to see.
Oh.
I have not seen the second How to Train Your Dragon, so yes, I did cover my ears for that. I did see a bit of the show. I love the show.
It's
it's not as fluid as the movie is, but then again, you're trying to expand, Burke into all these mini episodes, and you're trying to expand it in a way that it won't ruin the next movie.
How to Train Your Dragon is actually in the Dollar Theater up here,
Okay,
so you can
I
go
will.
see
I
that.
will see it soon. Yeah, like I said, Shrek, one of my favorites. Not particularly my favorite, but that's what I gotta say. Penguins live forever. I love Rico. So.
Before we got off into all that, I was gonna say, How to Train Your Dragon has moved to 2017, and Finding Dory is still in June 2016. Those
wait,
two.
when did this come out? Finding Dory?
Finding Dory. You don't know about Finding Dory?
Dude, that's been in the rumor mill for a while.
It's been
No, it's not a
rumor
rumor.
mill.
It's not a rumor
official
anymore.
since
It's
2 years,
official.
like,
It's
like
the
2 years
sequel
ago.
to Finding Nemo. But
Yeah.
the reason How to Train Your Dragon moved, I do believe I'm getting this right, is because those two were supposed to come out in the same month and same week, I think. So they moved it back.
1 by 1 year.
Yeah, which was
You don't want it competing with each
Probably
other.
like just creative
uh,
stuff.
I mean, one's
big
one's
disappointment.
one's Pixar, the other one's DreamWorks. So
A
yeah, I
lot
can
of
see
companies,
that.
like
But
sometimes
they're
they'll have
going
respect for
towards
it.
the same audience.
Like we
know.
said,
I think they should.
move it 2-3 months difference.
Yeah, I think
Which is
How to
what
Train Your
DC
Dragon
did.
should have just moved to like August or September or whatnot.
Yeah, make
Or
it a
December.
late,
Because
make it a back to school one because Dory is still
Or December,
wonderful
yeah, they
one.
could have done December because it doesn't have to be a summer movie. It can be a fall or winter as well. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, another topic that I want to see if we can cover is the Avengers 2 main character costume changes.
I'm cool with that.
I'm not cool with Hawkeye's change.
Right now,
Ronan.
You
yeah,
said, which one's the Avengers?
the Avengers 2. So far, all I've seen for the main characters, well, Iron Man is an exception because his suits change out every 20 minutes.
So he won't have the arc reactor metal in the middle, or will he just
he'll
have it
still,
as an emblem?
He'll still have it. It's gonna be like Rhodey's thing because Rhodey still had it. And
Oh
he didn't.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think.
Plus, there's
but
Hulk,
anyways,
there's
so
Hulkbuster in this movie also. So.
yeah, there's Hulkbuster.
Oh
Anyways,
yeah, I'm
so,
looking at it right now.
So the two costume changes and the one new character that we haven't seen. So the two costume changes are Captain America and Hawkeye, and the new character,
I have
It's
not,
the Vision.
the Vision.
You know, they never said what actually happened to Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Where were you in Captain America 2?
He was just
I
hanging out.
know.
yeah, seriously.
Just hanging out and, you know.
So-
They
somebody-
never explained it. And
What do you guys think? Have you guys seen the Captain America?
I've seen the Captain America one. I want to see more on the Hawkeye.
I don't
one.
think I've seen the Captain America one.
You just gotta turn it slightly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I mean, that's not that big of a change.
I was gonna say, yeah, because the Captain
it's
America
not that
one,
big,
There'll be a
but
picture posted
it
for
is,
this one.
it's basically the first Avenger suit, but a little bit more blue and with a little bit more modern.
I
It's-
like the
yeah, it's
Winter
a little-
Soldier. One.
I like
It was a
the
little bit more-
Avengers.
It was more stealth-like.
Oh,
Yeah, but
the
I'd rather-
Captain America too.
I'd rather
Captain
see
Okay.
Winter
you know
Soldier. That's what I said.
I'd rather see World War II than USO, because USO's like blue and white and then brown, but
Mhm.
it's all about good old blue, white, and red, star in the chest.
See, I'm not
stripes.
particularly happy about Hawkeye's.
Yeah.
Hawkeye
Okay.
looks like
Hawkeye's
Ronan.
Yeah, it
is
does.
getting
But-
better.
But I am like one of those people who I do archery for myself.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I do not see that as a practical suit.
Well, you know what I don't see as a
No.
practical
that's
suit.
the thing. That's the thing.
I see, I
do
see
this-
his spandex.
I do
I see his
this.
spandex
I
better.
say this as a person who actually does the sport.
Mhm.
It is not a practical suit. I'd rather stick with the one that they had in Avengers 1 because it was a little bit easier to
It's-
maneuver.
You know what
More
what's not a
flexible
what's
and
not a
streamlined.
practical suit?
Huh?
Not wear a helmet and not show your mouth. Because Batman shows his mouth, Captain America shows his mouth. That's not practical. Somebody can shoot you in the face. It's not about practicality. It's about style.
I'm
These
just
are
saying for
superheroes.
an archer.
It's no matter what he wears,
Like-
he's gonna do it. Like Hulk doesn't wear a shirt. That's not practical. You can get shot by a tank. So anyway,
He could, but
I
won't get
think
hurt.
the Ronin style he's cause it's somewhat of a combination of the original suit because it's the long trench coat looking dress
Oh,
thing, and Ronin, which is the dark purple, like
Maroon.
black maroony looking,
It's-
without a mask.
It's not perfect, but it is getting
I like it a lot.
better slightly. I still think that
Do you
he
think
should.
he should have the eye mask?
I think he should either have the mask or the glasses like he does in the Avengers Assemble cartoon.
I actually don't
The
think
domino mask, like just the eyes. What about that?
No, that's
no, he
generic.
never
That's
had
generic.
that.
Oh, okay.
Like I actually do like how he looks because that costume is very visually interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of motion when it comes to him using his bow and arrow.
It is definitely more interesting
Yeah.
than the first Avengers
And when
costume.
you see him fighting with it, but if I had to pick a costume for him to wear on the film, I would like him to wear the Matt Fraction costume, which is just the arrow looking T-shirt. It's like this very simple design,
I think he should just be naked.
and
That's your
I
answer.
will
That's
agree
your
with
answer
that
for
too.
just about any superhero.
and I don't like the
No, not Chris Evans. I'm
like-
not a big fan
and-
of Chris
and
Evans,
the-
but
the
I
mask-
will take the new.
the mask and the glasses. I like the glasses a lot. The mask I can do without, but I like that Jeremy Renner is not wearing anything on the set picture so far. So I like that. I like that it's just without a mask with no glasses.
For me, my favorite Captain America suit is probably a tie between the what? Oh,
No,
it's probably a tie between the Avengers and the World War II one.
Yeah, because that's what the new one looks like. The new one looks like
It's
little
a bit of a
updated
mix
World War
between
II.
that World War II and the Avengers.
I think what killed the Avengers suit for me is how cheap it looked.
It looked
like a Halloween
very
costume.
bright.
Yeah.
It looked very bright.
I like the brightness, but for the style, it didn't fit the style of the suit.
I actually like the red. He does. I liked the red boots and gloves
Yes.
better than
And these
than
boots?
the brown boots and gloves that he has in Avengers 2.
And then, we got to talk about the Vision.
Oh yeah, and the Vision. Finally, we get a clear view of the Vision.
Because we just saw him on that concept art poster in the background, but now we finally got a full frontal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you guys seen it?
Yeah, I saw
Very
that.
organic. That's what I have to say. It's a very organic look, kind of like the
I love that he still has the cape.
The Green Lantern suit from the movie. That's the kind of vibe I get from it. It's very like
CGI.
His outfit, not that, but his outfit is like made out of his body. So it's very. So he's a robot.
Okay.
It's a very organic look,
Oh,
like
yeah.
muscle tissue rather than just a costume
Okay.
or a color.
It definitely
like a paint
looks
job.
a lot better than Green Lantern's
Yeah.
muscle
Well,
costume.
well,
Yeah.
I mean,
The muscle veiny.
the
He
muscle
did not.
veiny suit could have looked good if it wasn't a Green Lantern uniform. Because the thing here with it is that it has that biological suit looking like part of his body. I didn't like that on
I
Green
didn't like it
Lantern.
either.
I hated it, but it looks from a standpoint of technical wise and concept wise, it's a good idea. Not with Green Lantern, but if you put that on, let's say, another superhero, that could look good, which it does with the Vision. I do like that.
Like Martian Manhunter?
No, because Martian Manhunter doesn't wear a suit; he just wears underwear. And the issue with what I have with the Vision is, if I'm right, because I'm not looking at the picture right now, the color scheme does fall a little bit more on the maroon, on the. There's another picture. There's that
okay.
one, but there is another. There is a picture of Sideshow Collectibles, if I'm right. It's a full frontal of him just standing. It looks a little darker than what I expected. The green looks more of red tinted in a way, and then there's that picture with him in the background, which just look green and yellow. So
Oh, this one?
let me take a look. No.
Okay.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
Now that you showed me that Merle one, because I've seen that, he is pretty. He does look nice. I think it's going to be very interesting to see the Vision on film.
Oh yeah.
Out of every character, I mean, the Vision.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how he is portrayed, how he's played, because because his origins are actually that
He
Ultron
was
created
by
him.
Ultron, and then he marries the Scarlet Witch.
Say what?
He falls in love with the Scarlet Witch.
I thought
They
that
were in a
was. No,
relationship.
I thought that was Captain America and Scarlet Witch.
No, it's the Vision and Scarlet Witch.
You know, in an alternate universe,
Oh.
She
it's Nightcrawler.
No,
Yeah.
no. She
In an
bones
alternate universe,
Quicksilver.
it's always Nightcrawler with you.
No, it's not. In the Ultimate Universe, Scarlet Witch bones Quicksilver.
Gross.
And I'm quoting, they're in love with one another, Mr. Rogers. Yes, they are. They're siblings. Not like that. They are in love. Wasp talking with Captain America about the incestuous relationship that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver have in the Ultimate Comics.
Okay.
Well, what I've been looking more is directly into the Age of Ultron stuff, and they are finally going to go into Natasha and Barton's backstory.
Yay.
Which I don't really
Remember that
care for.
scene when they were like,
Yeah.
this reminds me like Prague,
This
and
is-
you and
this
I
is-
have
this is
different
very much
ideas
like
of what
Budapest.
Prague looks. Budapest, yeah.
Budapest.
Like you and I have different ideas of what.
You and I remember Budapest very differently.
Yeah,
It's going to go into that because there's a picture of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with them in their military-esque uniforms, and you can see the S.H.I.E.L.D. emblem on Barton's arm, and Romanova just looks all messed up.
Very nice.
care that much about that backstory, because with the Daredevil series coming out, that's gonna completely change the character of Black Widow, because the Daredevil series is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and there's a lot of Black Widow,
All the
Matt
Netflix
Murdock
stuff for
Yeah.
deal
part of
over
it.
there. So
But they're also talking about bringing in Bobby Morse as well. They are in talks of doing it, but they said that for the cinematic universe at the moment, the big thing would be Romanova and Barton. I think it's a good idea.
Barbie Norse.
Bobby Morse, Mockingbird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Mockingbird is on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, she is.
She is on
But
Agents
they
of
won't
S.H.I.E.L.D.
make
yeah,
her a
that's
love interest for Clint Barton.
Like I don't
So-
think
Yeah.
any love interests amongst the team is needed other than
I don't think it's
Hank-
needed, but
other
they're
than
going to do
Ant-Man and
it.
the Wasp.
Everything's going to have at least one romantic tone, whether it's Pepper Potts or Romanova and whoever she's with. Because in Cap 2, they had like a little kiss scene, and everyone thought that was going to be the big power
it's just
couple.
a
The
joke.
thing, my
Yeah.
theory is romance kills action movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Avengers 1 did so well. because there wasn't really any romance.
Yeah, but Avengers,
and
like
Tony.
we
That's
talked
the only thing.
we talked a lot about Avengers 1 on previous episodes. How I think that it misses the point in a lot of areas. So I think I trust Joss Whedon on the second one. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good. I just hope like that they don't sacrifice plot for jokes, because I would rather have a concise, serious movie than a jokey one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I actually got through that very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was not expecting that.
Oh, I do have an announcement to make. If you guys know about the Dragon's Lair on Research Boulevard here in
Yeah.
Austin,
What about Dragon's Lair?
on September 28th at 8 p.m., they will be having a cosplay event where they will have cosplayers come in. They have local artists come in and local photographers come in. You can either go get yourself drawn, or like me, you can go and draw. Or if you want to go take pictures of cosplayers, you can.
That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so.
That is
Dragon's
the
Lair.
Dragon's Lair off of Anderson Lane.
Yes.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Austin, Texas.
It's the
At
only
8
comic book shop in town that closes at midnight. So if you need late comic book needs,
Yeah. I went
you
there
can
this
go there.
weekend and I was
Actually,
very surprised.
I took her. So
I was gonna
That
say
was your
it's
first
more.
time?
That was my first time. Okay, I've only been
Oh.
to a couple of comic book shops,
You've been to Austin Books?
but not here in Austin. I
Okay.
have been to a few comic book shops, and I have my particular one. Like when I go back to Tennessee, I know I'm gonna head back to Great Escape in Nashville. I gotta go say hi to my family over there, and that's
We
my comic
We
book
just
shop
need
when
to
I'm
go.
back home. But
We need
when
to go
I'm here,
to Austin
I still
Books
gotta see.
together once, because Austin Books is where I get all my books.
Yeah, back in Clean, there are two comic book stores. There's Book Stan, and then my personal favorite, and the one I only go to now, America's Heroes and Comics.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys, because I know you listen to us, Earl.
Talking about comic book shops, so like, what are you reading right now? What's like the best thing you're reading right now?
Let's see, best thing I'm reading right now. Well, I know that you aren't particularly interested in this, but I just finished the Deadpool Dracula's Gauntlet series. That was really interesting because it's not only a one shot.
Wonder.
No,
Just
it's
one
not.
shot.
It's not really a one shot series, but it also introduced Deadpool's wife into the mix because got Shalak, I think her name is. I always pronounce that wrong. But yeah, before that series took off, they had the one issue, I think it was Deadpool, the Wedding of Deadpool.
Yeah, which broke the Guinness World Record for most amount of characters on a recognizable characters on a comic book cover.
Yeah, they got a paperback of that, which I still need to get, and that was a real good series. But the biggest series that I'm reading right now is Death of Wolverine.
Death of Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
How was that issue?
I
heard it was
actually,
alright.
I actually only got halfway through it because I had some other stuff to do. But so far, wow.
Yeah, I heard it's okay. Like I heard it's your prototypical. Yeah, we're gonna kill a character kind of deal. But it makes it stronger due to all the back issues on
Apparently,
Wolverine, Savage Wolverine.
Yeah.
apparently, I have to read the actual Wolverine series
Yeah, you need to
because
Savage Wolverine and Wolverine and the X-Men.
because it goes into a lot of the backstory into the story
Yeah, 'cause
into this series
He
because
starts off without his healing factor.
yeah, because he lost his healing factor somehow.
Mhm.
I don't really want to know how
Oh, okay.
because I want to actually read it,
Oh.
actually get all the series. But yeah, it's real interesting. Little minor spoiler, but in the book, he goes to read Richards, and Richards cautions him about using his claws because without his healing factor, he can't heal from all the disgusting bacterias and viruses and whatnot that he pulls in after he uses them. So there's that.
No, my series. I read only a few that are not DC or Marvel, and one of them would have to be from Valiant. It's Armor Hunters, the Harbinger series.
I was gonna read Armor Hunters, but I'm not. I just read Exo Manowar.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there.
I'm a big fan of the Armor Hunter series. Like I had the Bloodshot version. Right now I'm into the Harbinger, which is the third of 3. So it's the last one, and they're in like Mexico City and become leveled. So Mexico's no longer there, and they have an invasion of Earth, and they want to call it the Renegades, but you got Torque, the powerhouse brawler, coming in, Zephyr, who's who's a free spirit, and you're like, how are you going to save the world with this ragtag bunch of, I want to say people. I don't want to say bunch of idiots, because some of them are actually really smart. Others, it's just like one of those things. But I actually like Zephyr, so.
How many big or biggish companies, comic book companies are there? I know there's Marvel.
It's Image Books. It's Image, IDW, Dark Horse, Boom Comics, Valiant, Titan, Marvel, DC.
Variant. Or Vertigo.
Vertigo's DC. Vertigo's DC.
Oh.
But it's still its own entity.
Not anymore. Like
so
DC
what was
is still
that?
Vertigo.
What was that other one?
Titan Books. Titan Books is doing. They used to do all the like a lot of licensed comic books, but right now the only thing they're doing is Doctor Who comics and like Doctor Who related things. There's Valiant. There's Dynamite. There's
I've heard of most of those.
There's Dynamite. There's Boom, which I think I already mentioned, and then there's all those independent distributors.
Yeah.
Like a Top Cow, who is now part of Dark Horse. Top Cow and Dark Horse do a lot of things together. But there's a whole lot of.
I think I like IDW. I think only for their Transformers.
Yeah, I mean
series.
IDW. Most of what they do is
Transformers.
Not Transformers, but licensed books. Like
yeah.
they have G.I. Joe, they have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, Army of Darkness is by Dynamite. They got all those licensed comics like Ghostbusters. They got Mars Attack. They got Jurassic Park comics. Godzilla is on IDW. No, Doctor Who's on Titan. Doctor Who's on Titan. It used to be on Dark Horse. Now it's on Titan.
Yeah.
And Dark Horse is Hellboy. I don't read a lot of Dark Horse, so
and
Alien.
Star Wars was Dark Horse.
Now it's Marvel.
Yeah,
with Kieran Gillen is writing a Darth Vader book for Marvel, and so is Mark Waid. Mark Waid's writing a Princess Leia.
You know
comic
what
book for
comics still won't go under any other name but theirs?
What?
Archie.
Oh,
Archie
yeah.
Comics is still independent as Archie Comics.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
and I can't wait to see
also,
Archie's next week's episode. Next week.
They're doing they also do Sonic the Hedgehog comics and Mega Man.
Wait, who do?
Archie 659. That's the one I'm gonna
Archie
get
comics.
next week.
And
so.
they just did Death of Archie that was like 6.
And then they
I've
did
heard of
Zombie Art.
Afterlife with Archie happened like 2 years ago or last year.
No, they did Zombie Art.
That's right. The Zombie Archie happened last year.
No, it just recreated a couple months ago.
Okay, I
They
didn't
did,
know that. But they're doing Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Jughead's revival. That's why.
Yeah, because they're doing what they did with Afterlife with Archie. They completely took it seriously and they added the zombie element to the Archie Richards story, and it's a really good book. It's a very good horror book. So the same creative team that did that book is doing a Sabrina the Teenage Witch reboot.
Yeah.
Because Sabrina the Teenage Witch is
The comic series?
It's a comic
It's
book
like a
character that made it to movies and then television. She's an Archie comic character. So they're doing that they're doing that same style of comic with her, which involves her fighting paranormal entities and doing all sorts of actual comic booky Marvel DC style of adventures, which looks pretty interesting.
But yeah, like I said, it's one of those that became famous for its own title and then just stuck
it's
there.
like how many years? Like 80, 70 years?
Yeah, that thing's been going on for years. So.
I've never really been a big Archie fan. I've read one or two.
Okay.
I've read a couple of the.
Have you ever seen the show?
I think I
It's
have.
alright.
It's a pretty good show.
I vaguely remember the show.
Did you ever
but-
watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch? show?
Once or twice.
It's
My
a good
parents would
show.
never let me watch that when I was
What?
young.
They thought it was all about witchcraft and stuff.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I have read some of Archie's comics and what. It's
Archie,
pretty funny.
Archie meets the Punisher.
Oh,
I haven't
no.
seen
You don't know about that?
I've
Archie
heard of
meets
it.
Scooby Doo.
It's
I've heard of
a
that too.
Punisher crossover, in which the Punisher goes to Riverdale and just meets up with Archie, and they team up together.
Yeah.
Riverdale.
Yeah,
I
Riverdale.
remember.
Riverdale.
Riverdale. Well, like
Yeah, they still don't know exactly what it is, but
it
it's
is
Riverdale.
It is Riverdale.
But some comics did have them as Rivendell.
Nah, it's Riverdale.
No, because when you write it, like when they did the hand-drawn comics, most of the R's looked like N's.
I think it's always
Like this is
been
the
Riverdale.
older ones. Yeah,
I
I'm saying.
think it has
I'm saying
always
when
been
it was
Riverdale.
when it was the handwritten ones, it was hard to try to make out what they were
But
saying.
probably
that,
just
that
different
would
thing,
be
but it's always-
confusing.
it's always-
Riverdale,
yeah.
Rivendell.
It's
It's
always
always
been
Riverdale.
Riverdale.
It's always been Riverdale.
So I've been reading the new X-Men.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which,
sure.
that's
Well, I
a
would
get
say
to
which new X-Men?
Yeah, 'cause
there's like
I think
fuck
it's,
ton
I
of-
don't know, it's the new one.
39.
Astonishing
9.1?
X-Men.
I think it's the Astonishing X-Men where, it's, I don't know.
Them from the past.
No, it's the new one. It's mostly got Nightcrawler in it. I'm also reading the...
Okay,
I'm
we
also
know she
re-
loves Nightcrawlers.
Well, I'm
Okay,
also
she wants
re-
to shag Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
I'm also the new Nightcrawler issues finally came out, so...
Yeah, the Marvel Now
Yep.
Nightcrawlers.
Reading
Yeah.
those.
How's that?
Good.
I heard it's
I really-
alright.
I wasn't really big into the Avengers or Avengers World, whatever you call it. Marvel Now story.
Which one? The Uncanny Avengers or the?
The Avengers World, I think it's called. No. It's the Avengers. The Avengers, and then the subtitle was Avengers World.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I like what they did with
I wasn't big into
Yeah.
that
So I'm
Marvel
actually
Now.
trying to
Avengers.
find
like it.
because
I like
while we were
Marvel.
at the
Marvel
Dallas
Now's
Comic
alright.
Con, I never knew how many people actually continued Serenity and Firefly. So
Mhm.
that's something I want to
Oh,
go
wow.
find those.
It's like they're good.
I just saw Serenity
They
and
could be
Firefly
better.
shoes this past week.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
When we were at Dragon's Lair, they were there.
Yeah,
So
I was like,
So
I
that's
had
like-
never even
yeah,
known about
that's all
that.
you're reading right now. Like, is that the best thing you're reading?
Well, I mean, I haven't had
Yeah,
a chance
I
to
know.
go up and catch up on a lot of.
Okay, yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Avengers Volume 1, Avengers World. That's the Marvel Now one. I wasn't really big into that.
Oh, because I don't read Avengers. I think is it by Brian Michael Bendis?
By Jonathan Hickman.
Oh, Hitman.
Yeah.
Cool.
The other one I've been reading this week was, of course, I Love My Birds of Prey. Futures End #1 comes out this week. So it came out this
It's
Wednesday.
probably
Yeah.
shitty. Like,
No,
although,
because now that Black
Those
Canary
feature
is...
ends are one shots.
Yeah, I know, they're one shots.
Because
So
do
it's
you
like-
know the only Future Send book that got a good review, like actually a
Hey.
very good review, was Swamp Thing, which is the
Yeah.
only one that I'm probably gonna buy. 'Cause
Well,
that
I'm just
thing
saying,
got 5 stars.
I
on
like
comic
this one
reviews.
because it goes into the League of Assassins one. Because now that Black Canary is no longer under Raish's control, and yes, I will still be calling him Raish until I
What the
die.
fuck are you
Nobody
talking
can...
about when you say Raish?
Raish Al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ross.
you guys call him Ross
Ross
all
Al
you
Ghul.
want.
You mean
I,
everybody
There-
in the known
there-
world?
I
calls
don't
him-
There
care
are
what
two
everybody in the
different
known
It's
world
not.
says.
It's only Ross.
There are
This
two
is
different
my
pronunciations.
pronunciation.
Ross.
I will call him Raish Al
Dr.
Ghul.
Jekyll and Mr.
Because
Hyde.
a lot of people forget that there's a J that makes the Arabic sound
Maybe it's a
of
silent
Raish.
J.
It's a silent J.
It's Ross.
It's Raish Al Ghul.
It's Ross.
And so she's broken free from his control,
From
and
whose?
now she is. I will hit you with this phone and not be sorry about it. So she claims her rightful place as the head of the League of Assassins afterwards.
Wow.
So she
I
becomes
guess,
the new one. And then again, if you think of the older Birds of Prey one with Dinah and not this
Is she
mama,
in the kitchen?
I will hit you with your own Arizona can.
Also
Anyway,
sponsored by Arizona.
I think we just have to read that
It's just-
because I don't know.
It's just I like it because the older version had her go into the Lazarus pit because she was
What do you
severely
mean? What do you mean by older version?
the pre New 52.
Then that doesn't matter.
Oh, to me it does.
Well, it
Okay,
doesn't matter
you
in
can talk
continuity.
to you can say that, but to me it matters
Yeah,
because
you know,
I am not a fan of New 52. I've said this before. There is a thing about New 52 that it doesn't feel right to me because it's not what I know.
Yeah,
I know that some people will say that because you're scared, you don't like
I don't
to try
like
new things.
change.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say I don't like things when they're not in
Yeah, I
continuity.
mean, everybody
but
has
when
like
it-
different
Everybody has
storylines they
different
like. And
storylines.
Because I don't dig,
And
I don't dig that whole.
I'm not a big Dinah Drake fan, which is the one that they have. Then she married some guy named Kurt Lance. No, I like Dinah Lance that is born of Larry Quentin Lance and Dinah Drake.
Well, like, here's
daughter and metahuman as born, not as created.
My thing with the New 52, like I hate that they rebooted 75 years of continuity, but if it's good, it's good, and some of them are good, some of them are not. So whatever's shit, it's shit, and whatever's good is good, no matter whether they're continuity or not. So I read them, some, not all, because like I was gonna say that Animal Man run was freaking superb. Same thing with Swamp Thing. The New 52 Swamp Thing was freaking amazing, and Batman's going on strong. Like Batman is.
Batman's always gonna keep running.
Not really. Like, have you read Batman: The Dark Knight or Batman Detective Comics? Those got really shit. Like, no, they were shitty books. But the Scott Snyder Batman, that thing's been like constantly good for what, 34 issues on New 52, and like another like let's say 20-25 he did before the reboot. So like Batman's consistently being good, and like right now with me, what I'm reading Miss Marvel, which I think it's probably the best series that I'm reading right now. The Kamala Miss Marvel, that thing's just beautiful. It's one of the most relatable characters in modern comic book history, in my opinion. She is. I like to call her the new Peter Parker. I think that this character in the future would be the Peter Parker to us now. She is a character that people will relate to and will see and be like, oh, I appreciate this character because she's wonderful, and the art is amazing. The direction they're taking with it is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm reading Miss Marvel. I'm reading Captain Marvel, which is good, but it could be better. It could be a little better. But I like it. Silver Surfer by Dan Slott's really good. All new Ghost Rider. I thought it was gonna suck. But I was on board with the car rather than the motorcycle.
I saw that first issue. I saw the first issue you gave me. Story sounded pretty good.
Book.
I wasn't too into the. I wasn't too into the art style, but the story sounds pretty good.
Yeah, as you get along with it, the art style.
But then again, it's probably because I was being a bit of a purist.
Yeah, because I do. It's not Johnny Blaze. It's another character.
Yeah. So
the art style does fit the kind of style of book they're doing. It's a fast-paced, Fast and the Furious with like Akira undertones to it. It's a very like anime-ish kind of book. So it does fit a little. At first I was like, okay, I do like the design, but I'd rather have another artist doing it. But I did like it a lot. I was reading Punisher, which is good, but I stopped because of I don't know. I just didn't want to keep buying it. Probably gonna buy the trade paperback.
Yeah.
Daredevil right now it's really good. Mark Waid's Daredevil has been good for 2 years he's been writing it, but it's still going on strong. I'm reading Amazing Spider-Man: The Return of Peter Parker. Not a big fan of that. Dan Slott just.
It's interesting. I just need to actually read the original Amazing Spider-Man and Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's the new Amazing. The 6 issues that are out now. They're not that great. It's pretty stale, and they're doing all the original Sin tie-ins. Like, this spider that bit Peter also bit another woman, and she's also like spider powers, kinda. Her name's Silk, and she's been hiding in like a base. It's not that good. But the good one, the good Spider series that's also written by Dan Slott is the Learn to Crawl series. It's 1.1 through 1.9.
I didn't get those.
Those are really, really good.
I didn't buy those. Because I already know most of his origin. So
it's not his origin. It follows the story on the eyes of this new character who calls himself the Clash. It's a superhero turned villain that uses the power of sonic waves and music to fight Spider-Man. Then it goes along with the early days of Peter Parker. Then you get to see the darker, not darker, but the selfish side of Peter Parker, him being an asshole, basically. It's like, I'm going to be a wrestler, and I'm going to go to the TV station. And and this kid, the Clash, he's not a hero, I'm a hero. And it's basically how Peter's influence and Peter's actions could switch a path for another character. It's a very good modern take on the on the original Amazing Spider-Man days, and it's not much an origin as it is a story that happened on those days that we've never heard of. It's damn good.
Okay, then I'll have to
You check,
go look
like,
back at it
Yeah,
again.
if you want to read them, I have those. Reading Multiversity, which is extremely creative and beautiful. Like what I got from the first issue is basically the reader, whoever's reading the book, is the bad guy.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hmm?
We have a question
Oh,
from
yay.
the Rooster Teeth website.
Sweet.
Okay, it says from Escalante. Okay, I said that go ask us anything, so I should have been a little bit more specific, but it's like,
Is it a dick question?
no. What is
No.
your opinion on online dating, i.e., Zeus,
Uh,
Tinder, OkCupid? Are you for or against it?
Whatever
Why or why not?
whatever makes you happy, do it. That's it.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
why?
For me, I'm not a social media person like that. I am more of a Twitter, Facebook, and Rooster Teeth website kind of person, and Tumblr. I will admit that. But as far as dating websites, I did not know that Tinder was an actual dating website until I thought
don't
it
even
was.
know what Tinder is.
Tinder is basically like Zeus or any of those.
It's a
online-
dating platform.
It's
That's
a
it,
dating
yeah,
platform.
that's it.
But I saw it one day on a Rooster Teeth video. It was the Microwave Time Machine with Chris Damaris.
oh yeah.
And I thought it was just a joke. Next thing I know, it's on a Red versus Blue PSA, and I'm thinking it's still just a joke. Then I get a text from a friend of mine going like, hey, try out this app. It's Tinder. I'm like, this is real?
This is a real
This is
thing.
a real
I
thing?
think,
I thought it was just... I
So
thought
let
it
me.
was
Can I
like
tell my story?
Yeah.
So back in the military, right?
Oh, yeah, these are fun ones.
My friend had suggested that I do something called plentyoffish.com. I've never really been on it before. And so, I'm chatting with this guy, and his pictures, he's really cute. So we decided we're going to go meet at the Mash House, which is a local brew house. I get there, and I'm waiting. And then finally this gentleman shows up. I'm like, man, this guy looks like the picture, but it looks like 10 years older than the picture. Yep, that was him. It's like, yeah, that was me when I was younger. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
My thing with that is like, whatever makes you happy, do it. If
Just
you're not,
be safe,
yeah,
kids.
if you're not hurting anybody and if you're not hurting yourself, go ahead. Like,
It's one of those where it's just like, be safe, don't
don't be an idiot. There you go.
don't be an idiot about it.
And don't
Like,
be
if
a
you're going to
dick.
meet, I think they're great, Some dating platforms are great, It's just not the same when, I know, like, because a lot of it you're judging on people's looks, which is,
Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
well, you're not going to want to wake up next to Fugly, so anybody who says, yeah. But anyway, it's one of those, like, moral things. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Like, okay, well, then you date them, but I want someone I can actually look at for the rest of my life.
I don't
No,
know.
I mean,
One of the things is that's one of the first. Honestly, that's one of the first things you do when you meet somebody. You judge them on their looks. How do they present themselves? Are they well dressed? Do they smell nice? The thing is like you're missing a lot of that.
A lot of people say personality is the first thing that most people look for. It's not. It's looks. So
I
I'm just saying.
personally hate dating websites mostly because they're fake. I have had experience with most of those that were named and some others too. All of them who chat with other people, add on friends and whatnot. Every time, even if the site said it's a free site, I always had to upgrade to like the next high thing.
yeah,
I paid a shit ton of money to chat with this one person. I personally hated that because I don't have a lot of
I'd
money.
stay away from those ones where it's like, oh, if you really want to read their message, you got to pay for it. But yeah, so online chats. I think they're okay. Just be smart about it. Don't meet anybody. Don't be like, oh, don't let them pick you up from your house. Don't pick them up from their house. Yada yada yada.
meet at a public place if you're ever going to meet up. That's
Yeah.
one of those. And
Be
ladies,
safe. Be smart. Don't pay money for it.
Yeah, so thanks for the question.
Yeah, thank you, Escalante.
And we also have another email question. So, so
Back in the
let me
comic
see.
books, dude.
Let me pull this up.
Okay, yeah, because back in the comics, I wanted to bring up like just a quick list of books that you should be reading out there. You should read out the Death-Defying Dr. Mirage by Valiant Comics. Go read Sex Criminals by Matt Fraction. It's one of the best books out there.
I will vouch for that.
It's phenomenal. It's one of the best books. Seriously, go read Fatale by Ed Brubaker. Go read The Wicked and the Divine by Kieran Gillen. That book is phenomenal. Go read I already said Miss Marvel, Daredevil, Multiversity. Go read Miracle Man by Alan Moore, aka the original writer. If you go get those books, the second paperback is coming out in a couple weeks. Go buy that. Miracle Man right now is probably the most mind-bending and emotionally driven book that I've read in a while. It's phenomenal. It's by Marvel. It's some books that Alan Moore wrote in the 80s that haven't been reprinted, and they're finally re-releasing them, which then will turn into a Neil Gaiman book about Miracle Man, and will include a Grant Morrison story that was supposed to be released a long time ago, but Alan Moore said, nah, Grant Morrison, you fuck you, get out of here. So Grant Morrison's finally releasing his Miracle Man story. Go read God Hates Astronauts, which is this really, really funny book about a team of superheroes brought together by NASA that stop people from going to space. First issue is about a bunch of farmers that built rockets out of corn silos because one of them is in love with a chicken, and he turned that chicken, chopped its head off, and put it in the body of a woman, and now they can go to space to have space chicken babies because that's illegal on Earth. And the main character is a man with the head of a ghost cow, and they're allied.
Whoa.
They're allied with King Tiger eating a cheeseburger,
Trippy.
whose kid was named Captain Tiger eating a cheeseburger, who is the leader of the Crab People Armada, and they get together because he died due to one of the farmers who went to the moon on a corn silo. That's how crazy it is.
Wow, I did not follow a single thing that you just said.
Adult Swim had
Was the writer on acid?
I don't know. He's just hilarious. If there was a comic book that captured the Adult Swim humor and the irreverent, funny book, it would be God Hates Astronauts. It's hilarious.
Well,
it's one of the funniest things
I
I've read.
got one that I am a big Legion of Superheroes fan. So this past Wednesday, Legions of Superheroes, The Curse, the trade paperback came out.
Yeah, didn't that get canceled like a couple of months ago?
No, this is the old one. This is the one from 1980s Legions of Superheroes.
Okay, yeah, because that shit's good.
Superheroes 293 through 313 and Annual 2 and 3, including Invisible Kid, Lightning Lad, and Evil Lightning Lord. So
yeah, because a lot of the Legion stuff from the 80s.
I love the Legion of Superheroes, so the fact that this came out this past week, I'm so happy for. I actually get my research from a TFA, Things from Another World, and it will tell you what the issues this week came out, next week's issues, and and it'll tell you what's coming out for the next month, and it'll give you full descriptions.
If you want to get a really quick list of everything, go to comiclist.com, and it's just one list, one page, and that's all you need to know for comic books. Because I get it from different blogs, but Comic List will give you not only places where you can buy them, but links to a website that you can subscribe to get those comic books to your house. And read Batman. Batman by Scott Snyder is really good. Pretty damn good. And that's basically all that I'm reading right now. Miracle Man, Ghost Rider, Silver Surfer. There's a couple Valiant books that I'm reading that I can't remember, but Dr. Mirage is probably the best out of those. Image Sex. It's just a book called Sex. It's fucking good. Like, I can't believe it. It's really good. The art's beautiful.
You said Sex Criminals, and I was going to
say
Sex
Criminals and Sex.
I did like that one.
But if I have to pick three to recommend, Miss Marvel, Sex Criminals, and God Hates Astronauts.
I would say Moon Knight would be mine.
And for the kids, Lumberjanes. Go read Lumberjanes. Lumberjanes is it's a kid-friendly comic book that is female empowerment. It's about this little girls in like a camp, and they battle like fantasy monsters and wolves and a woman that turns into a bear. So read Lumberjanes. Lumberjanes. It's a very adventure time.
For parents, aunts, or uncles who want to get your nieces, nephews, or kids that, because we're not letting kids listen to this.
Yeah, Lumberjanes is a very, very, and not only is it kid friendly, but it's a very, very damn good book and very funny. It's very adventure timey. It's really cartoony, really funny, and it's feminine power. So that's great.
Okay, after that tangent, we actually.
Comic books.
Yeah, well, anyways, we have another email question, and this is from Jim. He says,
Little Jimmy, Big Jimmy, and Mama Jimmy.
oh,
That's just strong.
no. It
I
says,
can also make in jokes. Come on.
No, that just wasn't very
You got
good.
okay dirt by Little Jimmy.
No, I wasn't trying to reference anything that time. It just wasn't really
You
good.
got
Sure.
okey doked by Little Jimmy.
I wasn't.
I'm
Anyways.
pretty sure some people will get it.
Anyways, he says, "Hey guys, love the show. Congrats on hitting double digits. My question is about the Batman vs Superman DC universe. I loved the Man of Steel movie and thought it was a great twist on the origins of the character. However, I didn't think the movie itself set up Batman being in the universe very well, besides there being a Wayne Enterprises satellite being blown up in the movie.
Yeah.
I think Man of Steel should have had a post-credit scene at the end where something like Batman in the Batcave watching Zod's announcements or the Metropolis destruction news scene on his computers. That way, Batman being in the next movie would make a bit more sense. What do you guys think?"
I completely fucking agree.
I agree on that. I do
Wow.
agree on that. On at least, him. He is always either in the Batcave or out in the streets.
He's always watching,
But
man.
the fact that this announcement came in the middle of the day, he would have to be at either Wayne Enterprises or in his Batcave.
That's what I would like to see.
That
Like,
was
just
a
have
quick,
the
that
Wayne
was a
building.
very quick response.
Yeah.
Have a Wayne building, right? Have the Wayne Enterprise building,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
then you just have your back overlooking, like the back
a
of
man.
someone, overlooking a giant, like there's the giant glass window, and you just have the back of a man like looking out, and it just, and then
Or you
you
could
cut
even-
to like even if you want to just.
Or you
See,
could
that
hold
I
on,
can
hold on.
see
Or you
that.
could even have the destruction and there's a Wayne Enterprise building in Metropolis somewhere, and Bruce Wayne's already there. You could have a shot.
No,
with-
not
it
in
would make
Metropolis.
business, yes, but he always has representatives leaving outside of Gotham. He doesn't do that much.
I was going to say, let's go with that. Still, I was going to say there's a shot of the Wayne Enterprise building. It's going up to like a penthouse or whatnot, and you see the image of a man, and then the next scene comes and there shows the back of him, and then
Batcave would have been a
and then
great
Alfred
thing to...
comes in and says, "Master Wayne," something like that.
Well, you've got Jeremy Irons,
I-
so
I
he hadn't been casted at that
Yeah.
time. But
But I-
any man just doing something
Oh,
like that,
crap.
I would
I still like
I
the
would have
Batcave.
loved to have done that.
They
People sitting, maybe the
have
board
the
of
fan-
directors.
they
It's
have
just
the
it's
fan
just
made-
as simple as
Yeah.
just showing
you
the
guys
Wayne
see-
the Wayne Brady
The
the
Wayne
the
Enterprise.
Wayne Enterprise office, just the name tag, then you hear the thing going on in the background, and then just cut the black. It's
Did
just
you see-
something that small.
Did you see the
yeah.
fan-made teaser for the Batman vs Superman where
Yeah, I've
he's
seen
in
that
the
one.
cave and whatnot?
Yeah, I saw
But
that
I
one.
like Eva,
Yeah,
Eve's thing where she's like, it was during the day.
I think.
That
was
I
during
liked.
the day.
I think.
Because most of the announcements was done during the day, and besides, even if Gotham is always dark and gloomy, there's still some daylight at
Mhm.
least.
I think I don't agree with the end credit scene because it just feels like you're already giving too much to the audience. There's the hype.
Most of the audience didn't even know there was going to be a Batman Superman movie as soon as
Yeah.
Man of Steel came out. So
Well, exactly, like
So
that's what
but
made it so much.
it would
more
always it's always a good thing to reference another thing.
No, I don't. You know
I'm
why?
kinda
Because
like-
I think the announcement of a Batman Superman movie wouldn't have been as strong as it was if we already knew that there was a Batman movie. Like there was already a Batman end credit scene. What made that satellite so much more important, or so much more impactful, was the fact that we didn't even know that there was a Batman movie coming, and we thought, oh, that's just an Easter egg. But then they announced Dawn of Justice, and you're like, holy shit, that means something. That's gonna bring the characters together.
Oh my
And
god,
what-
you know what I want?
What?
I want him to go up to Superman and be like, you owe me a satellite, you son of a bitch.
That would be funny.
And
That would be
my
funny.
thing here is that
Oh god, that reminds
I
me of the
don't-
one with Supergirl. Well, your cousin just cost me $30,000.
He owes me a
Okay,
brand new
on
screen
a-
TV.
on a
the
reporter
work
salary?
yeah, my thing here is that with a movie like that, introducing Batman would make sense no matter what.
Mhm.
Since it's the DC universe, it's this guy who's an alien and flies and kills things with his laser vision.
Yeah.
So
His laser
it's
face.
it's like
Mm.
it's not
You
that
will
far
fear my
fetched,
laser face.
And I'd rather wait and see that on the actual movie than get a little tease here and there.
You don't like foreplay?
Wow.
The thing with me and that end credit
It's
scene
very
is-
important, ladies and gentlemen.
the thing with me and that end credit scene that you were suggesting is that that would hype it up, obviously, yeah. But the announcement was really strong because nobody was expecting it.
Yeah.
And then, Ben Affleck is going to be Batman. You're like, well, fucking shit, oh my god.
Yeah, 'cause
I
I
didn't
think it
know
would've
there
been
was a
different.
new
Fucking Daredevil.
Batman.
Well, I mean, like,
Hey,
it's one
don't
of those
talk
like, would
shit
we have
about
had Ben
Daredevil.
Affleck in the Superman movie if that would have happened?
Before we end, don't talk shit about Daredevil. Go watch the director's cut. I said it like at least 4 times on this podcast.
I think so.
People don't understand that Daredevil has a good cut. The director's cut of Daredevil is a damn good movie. Don't talk shit about Affleck if you're not talking about Jersey Girl, because Jersey Girl was a piece of shit, and so was Giggly, but that wasn't his fault.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
we end the
Okay.
podcast.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching our second double-digit episode.
The
we all-
double digit.
double
We're not-
trouble,
we're not
double.
Trouble double-digit.
No, we're not 1111. We're just 11.
We're
One,
not
one, one,
1,111.
No, it's damn it.
Okay.
Thanks everyone for listening. My name is Josh Williamson. Next to me is Eva Long,
Have a good night.
Sam
Goodbye.
Merrill.
Stop saying my full name on the internet.
Fine. Okay. What's your social security number?
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be your nickname now. Sam, stop saying my full name on the internet, Merrill.
And then we have Jose.
Yeah, guys. Well, nice talking with you. Thanks for
Uh,
listening to my comic book things.
Follow us on Twitter at AiCBS and send us your questions there or to our
The
email.
tweeters.
Yeah, or send us.
Or the internets.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Or send them to our Gmail account.
Now it's fuck with Josh Hour.
Let's all end the show.
Comic Book Society at gmail.com.
You
That's
get-
what the email is called.
Yay!
Send us your email questions there or to our Rooster Teeth
Yes, we have
site
a Rooster
now.
Teeth site. It is roosterteeth.com/AiCBS or the AI Comic Book Society. You can just search it there. So
Don't we have
Cool.
a wizard wizard page also?
No.
Yeah,
I
by the
looked that
way,
up. Yeah, we do have one. It's the Art Institute of Austin's Comic Book Society. It's there. I don't know
On
who has it.
Wizard?
on Facebook.
On the Wizard
As
World webpage. I looked that up and it was there, and I was like, "What the fuck?" You have
You're
a
going to
wizard
have to show me that
You
afterwards.
have a wizard profile. I didn't know that.
are we
Okay.
ending the podcast or are we going to keep
I think we're going to keep going. No. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We will talk to y'all later.
Bye.
My shorts.